Right, so episode 4, Ninja Kamui, just came out. The opening was quite relaxing and nothing extraordinary. We are in the hospital, and there is the black detective that kind of flashes back and kind of sees his life or his own experience of marriage. He was left by the wife because he wasn't a great husband, really. They kind of wanted to portray the fact that being an FBI, is a hard job, and that meant not being available for your family. But I call bullshit on that. The clip clearly shows us that this detective was ignoring the wife when something really really bad happened and the wife needed support, and he ignored, decided not to reply to the wife's calls, and the wife decided to leave him. So and then we are being introduced. We see a scene where we have our ninja Kamui, or Hagen, kind of having a conversation with these detectives, and like you all remember from the previous episodes, Hagen and the detectives are in some kind of like pact or some kind of like business deal where they're both trying to find these people, these ninjas, this clan that have been killing all these ex ninjas. Episode 4, all in all, I don't think was anything extraordinary. It looked very much like a filler. We see a flashback, or we see we are told how Hagen met the wife Mia. They were part of the same group of ninjas that were initiated at the same time. So I guess they were trained at the same time. They got their ninja names at the same time. And then Hagen ended up falling in love with her and breaking the code, because we are introduced into what this code, ninja code, is. It's all about being emotionless, putting your job above everything else. Okay. Definitely not a 21st century thing. And also, it's all about sacrificing your teammates, really. Something that Hagen didn't do at all, because like we saw, he saved the wife, or the woman he loved, and that is not a ninja thing to do. We also see that there is a third person in, I guess a third friend, because there were three ninjas that were initiated at the same time. Hagen, which is the ninja Kamui, the main character, the wife, which we saw her being killed at the beginning, and she was also ninja. And then there's a third person that remained with the clan and appears in episode 4. At the very end of episode 4, we finally see Hagen standing in front of this ex teammate, I guess. So something that I think, one thing that I really didn't appreciate about episode 4 was the Big D, or Big D guy. So when like the bad guys are seated around the table, they're having a conversation, and there is this ignoramus man that they decided to portray as a black person, that he's been combing his afro. That is the most stereotypical thing that they could have put in this episode. Honestly, why does it have to be the black guy obsessed with his bloody afro? Why did he have to be called Big D? Couldn't they find a less black stereotypical name, Big D? And then when they ask him a question, he could only talk about his hair and how he had just gotten a haircut. Who cares? Why doesn't he talk about, the plan like everybody else? So that I didn't really appreciate, because that is so stereotypical, and we don't do stereotypes at the moment. I'm don't like, honestly. Surely you can give the black character something a bit more, a bit less stereotypical. And even looking at, the FBI, the black FBI, I do think that he has a very stereotypical characteristics for black guy, FBI, whatever you want to call it. And that, I guess, I didn't really appreciate. You can I can play the devil advocate for my own self and say, well, the whole of the show is stereotypical. The ninja codes, the fact that these people went against the code and now they're going to die, everything is stereotypical. Yes, that is true, but there is stereotypical, and then there is just boring stereotypical. And that was the case. Yeah, apart from that, episode 4 is very much a failure in my opinion. Nothing they given didn't really give us anything more. Nothing happened. So if you looked at the season 5 can literally keep going from season 3, but this filler episode enabled us to understand a little bit more about the background of these ninjas, the code and the rules and stuff like that. Why they're so aggressive and things like that. But I didn't expect to have a filler so early on in the bloody, season. We are episode 4, season 1, and already we have a filler. And I do understand the fillers are required and needed to give to give a bit of a break to the animators, but this is episode 4, guys. Episode 4, and you're already giving me a filler. Oh yeah, so I am excited to see what's going to happen next, and unfortunately, we have to wait a week. I really have very high expectations for this show, and I hope that it does not disappoint. Episode 4 was not impressed at all. I hope to go back to the action, which is why I'm watching this series. The action, the blood, the hardship, and all that this entails. Let me know what you think. Did you like this episode? Do you think it's a filler just like I did? Did you appreciate the fact that they filled us into things that we probably needed to know to understand the storyline better? Are you still watching, or are you losing interest? Leave a comment. And if there's anything that I missed. Fun fact: I found out that because I really liked the soundtrack at the beginning, so I wanted to see who was the creator of this soundtrack, and I found out that it's a American owned company, which is a subsidiary of of Sony, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, it's an American company. And also, I found out that the American, so this show is shown in America, and the company that owns the show in America is Adult Swing, which is it's the same as Cartoon Network but for adults. I don't know why I was so disappointed when I found this out. Maybe because it's like so American, and anime for me is Japanese and whatever. But obviously, if you want to watch it in Western places, I guess you have to do it through Western companies. But yeah, just the soundtrack American, and the way you watch it is American in the US. I'm like, come on, guys. But at least it's an original Japanese series. So yeah. Anyways, let me know what you think. Let me know if you knew about the fact that basically the whole thing is American, really, apart from maybe the story. Yeah, let me know what you think about the whole show. And I've said let me know what you think 100 times, so whatever. I hope I didn't spoil anything for you. If I did, apologize for that. Leave a comment, share, and yes, let's hope that episode 5, which is going to come back in a week or more, is going to be better than episode 4. Bye.